It's over with. This guy was crying the whole time. I really am embarrassed for him. Well, Lost is done, and I don't know what we have left. I really don't. Tonight, the cast is here to reflect, to dissect, and to hopefully answer the question that I think is on everyone's mind right now. What the hell just happened?
Tonight, Jimmy Kimmel hosts the cast of Lost, brought to you by Bud Light.
Thank you. Well, 6 years ago, Lost crash landed into our living rooms with a story about love, death, good, evil, time travel, polar bears, and fried chicken. And if you're expecting it all to get wrapped up tonight, you're probably missing the point of the show. Two things I think we learned for sure, though. Number one, don't go chasing waterfalls. And number two, all dogs don't necessarily go to heaven. All right, well, we're better to begin than with the guy who began it all and with whom it ended, too, Dr. Jack Shepard. Please welcome Matthew Fox, everybody. I'm so happy to see you alive right now. I really am. So that was the first time you'd seen the ending, right?
That was the first time, yeah. Just sitting backstage, and it's pretty moving. Yeah.
You feel a little bit like Tom Sawyer looking in on your own funeral?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, it's hard to watch for me, but sometime down the road, I suppose I'll go back and watch it all the way through.
Your neck is healed up. That's good news. Yeah. So, I want to present you, if I could, with my theory on what happened. Okay? So, in a lot of religions, Christianity being one of them, the idea is that life is a test, that you go through your life, and if you're good, you go to heaven or nirvana or whatever, and if you're bad, you don't. You go to hell or you don't go anywhere. My theory is that the whole show, from beginning to end, we were watching Jack's test, his test. And his life on the island, I think, was his real life.
Yes.
And you think so? Okay,
I completely agree.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah, yep.
And obviously Jack passed the test.
Yes.
And maybe each of the characters has their own story and their own test, but this show, I think, was Jack's test.
I would agree with that. I mean,
I'm so proud of myself right now. Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I think what's beautiful of the way that it ends is that it's room for interpretation depending on people's spiritual beliefs. You know, I think there are also religions that believe that when you die, you go to a place, and that place can last for a nanosecond, or it can be an extended period of time, where you have to remember your own death and all of the people that were instrumental, that you loved the most and helped you the most and were the most important to you. You have to remember all of them, and in remembering them, lead up to the moment that you died before you can move on to whatever's next.
I want to look at a clip from the first episode of this season, the final season. This is when you're on the plane again, and we'll take a look.
Don't worry.
You can let go now. It's okay, you can let go.
Now, I think what happened during that turbulence is Jack died there. And when the plane calmed down, that's when you passed over, and maybe the whole island, the adventure, the journey, all that stuff happened in the nanosecond, as you said.
That's possible.
I have another theory I've been working on, because Jack was with Kate, and Kate was with Sawyer, and then Jack was with Juliet, and Juliet was with Sawyer. There's another key party island. All-inclusive, of course. You don't have to pay for anything extra, but...
It was a little bit like that, that's for sure.
Well, you told us, and you've said this a number of times, that you knew what the ending was at the beginning. You knew what the ending to the show was. Were you telling the truth?
I knew the final image. I knew that the show would end with his eye closing, and I knew that he would die. And I just hoped beyond hope that there would be redemption in that. And I believe there is. You know, it's been an incredible experience playing this guy, and to have taken him the 4 years to where he becomes like a sort of a broken man, and has deviated from his destiny on the island, and knows that he has to go back or he'll die. And then starts to embrace the notion that he has this thing to do on the island, and that he's going to give his life in doing it. He starts to feel strong, and has given over to the notion that that's exactly what he's meant to do. And yeah, so I always knew that the show would end with his eye closing.
Well, that's we got a lot of the gang here tonight. And hey, can we just get one shot of your eye closing one more time?
No way.
As people drift off to sleep. We have quite an hour planned for tonight. Matthew Fox is with us. Much of the cast is with us. We have the never-before-seen alternate endings to the show with Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse. And we'll be right back with Ben Linus and John Locke, Michael Emerson, and Terry O'Quinn.
Oh, hi. I'm Stephen Colbert, congratulating Lost on a great run. Now, I've never seen Lost, but I was a huge fan of the series it was based on, Gilligan's Island. And I have to say, in this new version, it was even harder to choose between Ginger and Marianne. My only disappointment was that the Globetrotters never showed up. Or did they? Rewatch Season 3, Episode 7, very carefully. Anyway, Lost, congratulations on finally going off the air. I gotta say, I never saw that ending coming. That J.J. Abrams is a genius.
ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, Aloha to Lost, brought to you by Bud Light.
As we say, Aloha to Lost. Lost the final season, and complete collection is available on Blu-ray and DVD on August 24th. So, and we're very honored, by the way, to have the great Academy Award-winning composer Michael Giacchino here with us tonight. And some of the Lost orchestra as well. Sitting in with our band, the Cleatones. Michael, every once in a while, will you do me a favor and give me one of those, like, big Lost blast noises?
Oh.
Excellent.
There we go.
That's right. Just work that in wherever it feels right, you know what I'm saying?
You got it.
Together, our next two guests play four characters: Ben Linus, Henry Gale, John Locke, and the monster known as Smoke. They are two of the finest actors ever to grace our television sets. Please welcome Michael Emerson and Terry O'Quinn. By the way, if all three of you are not nominated at the Emmys this year, that will be a travesty, right? I'm looking for the horns, kind of. At that point. First of all, I want to ask Terry, is it good Terry or bad Terry that we have here tonight?